How to delegate control to group or users on Windows Server 2003 environment by tech.peterchrist.com. First, let's see some details.
In Windows 2003, users or groups can be granted administrative privileges over containers and the objects within those containers. Although this can be performed by modifying the permissions on the container, Windows 2003 includes the Delegate control wizard to automate the task.
Now let's log on to a server with administrative rights. Well, although it is not necessary to log on the server with administrative rights, you can also log on with the user and use run as command. Now let's see how to delegate. Now let's go to start, all programs, administrative tools. Now select the program in which you want to give a delegation to a user. Let's say for Active Directory user and computers. Open the Active Directory user and computers. On the Active Directory user and computers, click on the plus sign beside the domain. Now select the folder which you want to give a delegation to a user. Let's say for you want to give a delegation for this particular folder, which is user. Now right click on that user folder and click on Delegate Control. Delegate Control wizard will open. On the Delegate Control wizard, click Next. Select the user by clicking on the add. You can type the username here, or you can click on Advanced and click on Find. Select the user from the list. After selecting the user, click OK. As you can see, user is added here. Now click Next. Now from here, you have to select the appropriate permission you want to give a user right. Now let's see. There is create and delete and manage user accounts. There is reset password forcefully for users. Read all users information. Create and delete and manage the groups. Modify membership and so on. Now let's give our user a permission to reset password only. Now let's click Next. Now as you can see, the detail pane will show what permission we have given to this user. Now click Finish. Let's see one more example. Let's say for organization unit. Let's click on the organization unit. This is a OU which we created on our previous tutorial. Now let's right click and delegate this OU rights to a particular user. Now let's click Next. Same procedure. Now select the user, click OK, then click OK, click Next. Select the appropriate task you want to give to this particular user. Let's give create, delete and manage the user accounts. Now let's click Next. Click Finish. Now let's see one more example on a different OU. This is account OU. Now let's delegate this one too. Let's type the username. As you can see, user is added. Now let's click Next. Now click Next. Now here there are two options. One is delegate the following common task, and the other one is create a custom task to delegate. Now if you want to create a custom task to delegate, you can click on this one and click Next. Once selecting Next, from here you can select the appropriate task you want to give a particular user. Now let's give account objects. Let's click next. Now from here you can select. You want to give the what permission to a user. Full control, read, write, read the all properties, write all properties. Now next there is a tick box. There is a property specific. Now if you click on this, there will be a property specific task like this one, as you can see. Now let's give a user read permission. Now click next. Now finish. Now let's minimize this and log on to a server with user rights. To log on to a server with user rights, we will use run as command. On our previous tutorial we have told you how to use run as command. Now right click on run as, select the second option and type the username user password. Now it is showing an invalid file because it is on the desktop. Now let's open from the all programs, administrative tools, Active Directory user and computers, right click, select run as, type the username and the password and enter. Oops, looks like the wrong password. Well, let's put the right password and enter. As you can see, Active Directory user and computers has been opened with user rights. Now click on the plus sign which will open this drop down menu. Now on the user we have given the permission to change password only. Let's see that we are able to create a user or not. Right click. As you can see, there is no option for creating a new user. Now let's see, does the user is able to create a new password for other users or not. As we have given a permission to change password, user should able to change password of users. As you can see, there is the option for reset password. Now let's click on reset password and change the password of this user. Now it is showing the error. Windows cannot complete the password change for Sachin Sami because access is denied. Now let's see why the access is denied. Go to properties, click on accounts. As you can see, everything is hidden. Click on member of. As you can see, this user is member of account operator, backup operator, domain guest and many others. That means this is a user with a special privileges. That means we cannot change this user password. Let's change other user passwords. Let's say SamD. Right click on the SamD, click on reset password, type the different password and click OK. As you can see, password of the SamD has been changed. Now let's see what is in the property of SamD. Let's click on account. As you can see, there is one space is showing user must change the password. Now there is, let's see on the member of tab. This user is a domain user. That means we can change this user password. See more about delegation on the part 2 of this video. Thank you.